I tried. I tried to sleep as long as possible. The moment I wake up, I'm like, I cannot believe this. Like, okay, so you have people like Buddha or like the one in the taxi cab coming from Grant Pass. Ones who got me to this position. Ones who don't want me to go to heaven make the decision. Like at Grant Pass. Okay, light her up. Like Buddha. Okay, light her up. The one who put me in rocks. Like, you give people the position for my eternity, and they don't even have anything except her thought that they ruined. Okay. It's not, God doesn't even make the decision. Either my ex-husband or my real husband, or the one that my husband gave me to at Peninsula Park, Greg, gets to have the say. The ones who want to see me in hell. Yeah, everything about this game is so ruined. Everything. Everything. And I'm just like, why did you make me marry Madden? And I literally look up into heaven and I'm like, I wonder if they ever asked that. Because they've had to see me every lifetime. Is my man ever there? Sometimes. Like my dad, incognito, 1,000,000,000%. The moment I wake up, he can't read the script and has to take me to the psych ward. Or, he's there. I fall in love with him madly, like David Hernandez when he was Marcos. Then he switches to spirit, and then usually 100% most of the time goes back to Jezebel and abandons me, and unless that guy uses the love I have for him. Or worse, I never meet him in my life, and he's just with Jezebel or at war. Then he lets everybody know who I am, so my whole life I'm just struggling. Every door is closing. He won't wake me up until like 20 years in. Everyone's jealous of me. I'm being bullied. You have no idea how much bullying I got. My life. You have no idea. Girls, random girls, would just literally start pushing me to the wall, spitting in my hair that I didn't even know. And I look back and I'm like, that was Jezebel and Lilith. And then I was so sensitive, I'd come back to my mom and cry. And she's like, just whatever. She didn't even care. I was so depressed. I had the most hard upbringing. Hard upbringing. People want to be like, well, you have $1,000, you're Paris Hilton. You have no idea how much pain I've gone through. I think it's retarded that you guys think that shit that don't matter. When I honestly would have absolutely no problem working 24/7 if I wasn't in pain from technology that Michael did. Even when I had disintegration of the spine and I was in so much pain laying there with the heating pad with bruises all over me, I still got up and went to stupid Judith, who just wiggled her fingers and used her tablet for a year. Still. But then it got to the point when Scalar started, and you have no idea. It is not like regular cancer. I don't even know how to explain it. It is the most uncomfortable, painful, slow death you could ever... that only Satan could think of. Only he could think of this. Only he could think of this. And only Aaron could approve it and not give a living shit and lay on the ground and touch his head. With a little smile, looking at Michael. Are we good? Surrounding me every lifetime. Always, always, always with my enemies. I'm sure he's like, well, she needs to learn a lesson. Learn what? How they use my spiritual gifts and my energy? Learn what exactly? How the moment I leave them, they control me and torture me? Learn what? And then I have to watch them. Oh, wow, you're going on another trip to Ireland. How did you get that? Oh, me. Then you don't wake me up. Like this lifetime, you woke me up after Heath gave me the hot tub. That's when you woke me up. You could have woke me up at age 10 if you loved me. Any age, when I'm going to church all the time. Yeah, it's Catholic, but who cares? At least I'm there going to catechism and going to put on that little wedding dress and marry God. And being a good person. But you basically had me wide open. Because, Catholicism brings demons and opens doors. For 22 years, you had me wide open. Satan through my dad, everybody was just not only magic me up, putting demons. Eating my energy. Put your laundry with me. Okay, Grandma, every time you just love my laundry with you. Oh, you're eating my energy. And you're putting your sick demons on mine. Then I have to just see all my clothes disappear and my specifically socks. Everything I have not Not knowing all money, all objects are cursed. I just don't even understand this game. They're all treating me, specifically my grandma, like a Cinderella. Everybody just innately hates me. My dad hates me. He already sees outside time. Everybody already sees outside time. Everybody already let me go with a zap on the hands, and everybody talking about Broxton brain cancer by age 10. There comes Craigslist. Look at the age it came out in 1997. Was that random happenstance? It was Craigslist. Do you see how deep he is? That he does this to his queen? And that's all he could use? And I'm just like, how is that even a weapon, bro? You did it yourself. I just don't even understand. And then everybody saw me. I tried to commit suicide probably once or twice that year. Because I was so guilty that my panic attacks weren't able to let my body or anything, it went in like that mode where you just freeze. Do anything. All I could do was like go around in circles, just like I did with Barry. He did that scenario again. Scream, knock on every door, and they almost had to take me to the hospital. Same shit. Same shit. I don't take trauma. That's why hell is going to be a nightmare. I do not take trauma. I cannot. Deaths, I go into deep depression and just drink all day. So maybe that's like, well, she drank. I lost my best friend, my dad. What do you expect? My whole life, I was trained. That's how you deal with your shit. At least I'm not smoking blues and heroin like Aaron, okay? Gosh, damn, man. My God. So I have this hard life. All the witches are just jealous of my light. All they have to hang on to is being outside, being able to put magic and demons on me, giving me a hard life, showing off their looks and their money and everything that Satan gives them. I really could give a shit. Then the moment I fall in love is when they attack. Because usually I'm very chill. I'm like the most chill woman. I've never ever had a guy have to take care of me. I'm the one who, we go out and eat, I'm like, I got it, babe. I never asked for them to take me shopping, give me money for my nails. I am so independent, and I love that my dad raised me that way. I love how he raised me in scarcity, and you got to do everything yourself. At first, I was like, dude, like, help me, raise me up a bit, but I'm so grateful for that. Because I don't rely on any guy, not even my dad. I relied on myself. If I wanted to make that money, I had to go to IHOP and work eight hours that day. If I wanted to help with that whole work, I had to go to the library and be with a tutor and wait an hour to even get 20 minutes. If I had to get that car fixed, I had to go on Craigslist and research and make sure that he's a good mechanic and pay for that out of my money. I had to do everything my whole life. My dad was so busy traveling and work. I had to take care of the cats. I had to take care of the house. I had to take care of the ferrets who were demons. You wonder why he gave me those? Yeah, Solomon made sure. He's like, I want to get ferrets. And right away it clicked. I'm like, okay, yeah. Apparently those are demons. That my dad got me. I had to do everything. So when it came to a guy, they just were like in love with me. They're like, wait, we're used to Jezebels. At the same time, back then, I was going and working out, so my body was in shape. I didn't have a big ego. I still don't. Having an ego and being passionate are very different things. I'm not making it about me. Usually when I talk, about 80% of the time, I'm making it about poor kids that are in pain. But sometimes, excuse me, I've been through so much, maybe I have to let it go. I don't need another pair of ears to hear it. So every time I was with a guy, they automatically fell in love with me. It was about a week to a month before they were like, please just like be with me. And then about 2 more months, they're like, I'm going to marry you. Because I gave him no drama. Buddha was part of David. I knew it right away. I remember just being in his car for a little bit. I was like, I remember these days. When we would just turn on music, smoke weed, and then you would just kind of put your chair back, and I would listen to you talk for like 8 hours. What's up? Things aren't the same. No wonder you talked about rock bottom and elevators the whole time. Good to see you again. When I gave you my heart, and this is how you repay me? And now you're going to use the thoughts that you ruined to be like, yeah, just light her up. I couldn't believe it. that he was like literally monitoring my every thought. It took it like seriously. Would hit about it, everybody, including Shabar and Lexus, knew exactly what I've been through. But you see, they use that as excuses to complete their covenant. Once you have a covenant like Aaron and Michael did, you're done. They will always, they don't care about your words and actions. She's sick, she needs a kidney. I got her. What kind of blood type? I have the same one. I'll go under surgery. Can I go now? They don't care. Every time I've done something big, they'll say thank you. And then they kind of look at the ground and go no, and then they feel guilty. Then they'll be extra nice to you. But will they help you after you do that to them, and then you sit them down and be like, I need your prayer, I need your help. This and this and this has happened. Everything will be okay. You're not going to hell. And I'm like, you know I am. What are you talking? Like, you don't care, do you? Because you haven't and never will be birdied. Did Heath, Barry, Judith, Marcy, Elizabeth, did they desensitize you to this game and Michael so much that were just game characters? Like how Kyle Ball would just sit there and play Diablo while these little characters are just birdied? Is that how you look at this? Then you use the excuse of our thoughts, blame drinking, and then watch our every single movement. Where's your other vaporizer, Buddha? And then just magnify that like we just stole like $100 in his wallet? When it was like no juice in it, I just needed to be able to breathe for a second, and then lost it, and then even told him the truth, and then bought him 2 more vaporizers. So it's down to that. You'll use any little sin. Watch, spy on us beyond. And then, like Lexus did, ooh, her thoughts busted. The thoughts you let be ruined. You were part of Aaron. I saw the smile. There's no way you weren't part of Aaron and Heath. A little bit more gentler as a woman. I do like that. I like you a lot more as a woman. Instead of meth, you're doing cocaine, but whatever. To each your own. No judgment there. Who cares? I used to be addicted to weed. A drug is a drug. Don't care. Whatever. If I could do cocaine, the first time I did it, I didn't bleed in my nose, I'd probably be addicted to it because I like some serotonin and dopamine. So I don't judge. I don't care what you're addicted to because I know the underlying reason. You've been in trauma. You've been in pain. And you're trying to numb something. So who am I to point at you? And I won't. I'll just be like, well, you do this. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, you're a meth head. Oh my God, you're this. But when it comes to Aaron, I will be like, so you do blues and meth. I drink. You blame my drinking. I do the works. You don't. I will make observations, which is true. I called out for help and told you I was awake. You just looked at me and said sorry. Then you proved every single thing Michael wanted. Well, you guys just laugh about the elevator and rocks. Then I do everything in my power, but because you already said, well, I'm going in my car escaping him, I'm not listening to your prayers, so no matter what I did, my mind is just getting darker. Then you get to make yourself look good because you cover up what you did. Then you get to send angels when you know I'm sick, beyond sick. Then I get to look bad to the angels. You get to look good because you sent them. Then you don't let them know what happened to me. No medical assistant this time. You don't let them help me. They have to go straight to middle school rituals. While being so sad. I haven't met one angel other than the suicide doer like Lexus or Heath or Barry that was happy with a smile doing it. Other than that, every single, they usually put their hands in their pocket. Like Buddha did and like so many did. They're just like, oh man. They're like kind of hiding and kind of like embarrassed that they're doing it. It's sad. I could read your body language in a second. When they've done it and they don't care, they'll go, ah. That. Pretend yawn. When they're pissed, they'll put their hands on their waist and they kind of go like that. I know I could read you. You could read my thoughts. I could read yours too. I know exactly what level you are. Usually it's like, oh, I missed you. How are you? Oh my God, what happened to you? Wow, you're really sick. Wow, that's really dark. Okay, dang it. I have to do it. I don't want to do it. God, you're annoying me. You're taking away my peace. All right. What happened? I can't help you. You're too sick. Okay, ritual. Damn, you're so nice. I feel so bad. All right, do you want a pizza? Okay, now you're really bothering me. Well, no shit, you just did those rituals. Got sicker. My bad. Okay, well, I did my part. I tried to help you. How? You're so nice. You have such a big heart, Cherie. You are a starseed, Cherie. Rockstar, honey. Rockstar, Shabar. Rockstar. Like my dad has been gloating about it. He's made beautiful stories. You know him. Do you think God could make rocks so heavy that he can't pick them up? I was always wondering, like, Dad, you asked me, oh, that's why you asked me 80,000 times. You know, I think he can. You know, and then throw it in hell, you know? To have a dad that has Satan in him after they took Steve, that is just gloating. Every week, he's like, I got a colonoscopy. I have brain cancer, other MRI. It's only Happy Panda, Panda Express. I like that, rock, Cherie. What is your obsession? Oh, that's your obsession. Well, that's why. So you're just gloating and boasting. Well, I'm the one who has the grace of the heart. Yours is too damn jaded, and all you care about is prestige and money and controlling others. So you had to get a pleasure out of gloating about what you already have the approval of Jim Carrey and Ed Sheeran and Michael Jackson to do, including my Mexican dad. The only one who isn't in the say is Steve. But Marco's got rid of him. So now you're just gloating about putting a spear up your daughter's ass, the brain cancer you're going to give her with a zap. You're just gloating? While they're doing your laundry, your dry cleaning, being your bestie. Wow. And yeah, let's say if I took the house and I went to New Mexico, there's no way you would have gloated that long and he would have done the suicide without eventually me going to the part of hell. Give me a break. Give me a break. Cherie, yeah. So that story about that prostitute who got cut into pieces and thrown in the sewer. Yeah, you told me that billion. Oh. Well, you'll get better than that. How about that prostitute who got cut into pieces? They put a spirit brass and then they lit her on fire in a car. Yeah, I saw what you did, Buddha. That's why Bob continued to say the story where that guy lit that guy in a car on fire. Cool. That's awesome. He did it when he opened my door and closed it and then just went away, put his head on his shoulder. I put it all together. You guys probably think I'm stupid as a rock because I don't need to have thoughts to understand this shit. But that's where your judgment is wrong. I understand more, and I am not gloating. But truth is truth. That I want to. I really do. And that you guys approve the other Steve who so gives a shit. Poor babies. I saw how he did it. He came out to my dad. Steve said no. He walks to the garage door. Automatically. I'm like, you're not my dad. He had the most soulless, heartless eyes that were just glazed over. My dad doesn't have those eyes. His had compassion and love. And automatically I do. So I just sit there sad. I try to keep Mama Bear away from him because every time he touches her, he's just putting magic on her and hurting her. Sit there in my corner on the couch, read my Bible, and it takes about half a day where he sits next to me. And I know him, so I have to give him attention, not talk to anybody else, nod my head. And he just has to go, do, on his cell phone. Okay, it's done. Then I had to hear the kids after they're like, it's Mother's Day, we need to get Mom out. She's 2,000 miles down. They're all excited because they're like, Mom got her peace back. Yeah, you wonder why. It was just for him to take me to the tent. Do you ever ask yourself why he didn't give me that for 3 years while I was doing the works? Why did he give it to me after I lost my dad? Yeah, it's love the way he does shit. So then, once he does it, they just start talking about water heaters, and you can tell. They're just like, oh my God. Because they know I'm a good mom. Regardless of my thoughts. They know I haven't just sat there like Barry and ate a whole tub of ice cream while staring at Marvel movies. They know I've been the number one attacked woman. They know I've been shamed through media by my dad. They know I've been threatened by hell. They know I'm awake. They know my heart. They know I don't like this game of leaf blowers and chainsaws. They know. But they also know I can't do anything about it. If I had my thoughts closed, I could. I don't need the crown. Give it to Jezebel. I would go against these men and tear them into pieces. They would be so shamed. And all the kids would be like, you go, Mom. We were waiting for somebody to put them in their place. They don't do shit. They just put on their stupid gloves. You don't think I know? I've experienced every single one of them. Let's go down the line. But does anybody want to give me that opportunity other than just give Michael his stupid piece of shit car? No. And I'm like, you want money? If you want, I'll open up the will. I could give you guys each $30,000. Or I could put it in Bitcoin and just up it all the way and make it 80 million. What do you want? Because Bitcoin is just going to keep getting bigger. We're getting rid of money. Or I could do it the long hard way and get like $8,000 worth of Anastasia eyebrow pencils. Get it for $2 and then up at $18 on Amazon and just watch the money accumulate. That's an easy way to do it. It's guaranteed. It's a product that's always going to be wanted. Or we could just continue being scared of being lit on fire. That too. So as a mature woman who's been through shit, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, okay, so everything's a lie. Everything is being psychologically abused by hell. Everything is a competition with each other to be the most popular Instagram person, the biggest celebrity. There's constant gang stalking. It's a video game. Nothing is real. Love is ruined because they switch the spirits. All the evil can see throughout time. We have nothing but a heart. Every single thing, no matter what it is. You watch a TikTok video. You accepted that, buddy. You wore that shirt. It's demons, magic, covenant, an open door. It doesn't even have to be evil these days. It's like Heath just wants to just make it impossible for you to get to heaven. Impossible. And everything is unnecessary pain and psychological abuse all day. So to be a mom of love and just be like, wow, that's what this is. And now angels can't even be doctors. So it's not like, let's go heal the sick. It's like, let's get the sick sicker because they're sick. And now, are you well? Okay, well, we'll just keep you there. Hopefully you don't get sick. Okay. And there if you're sick. All right, let's put air in the tires. Let's do hairspray. Let's get Reese's Cup. Do you want to drink? 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 Come on, let's drink. Sorry, God. Sorry, God. Sorry, God. Sorry, God. Do you want to drink? Do you want to drink? Do you want to drink? Here's some roses. Here's some roses. Here's some roses. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. It's like a no-play character on TikTok. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. Ow, that hurts. Ow, that's hot. Ow, you do not even know how insane I'm going. And then all the kids like, it's on you, Mom. I'm like, no, really, it is on me. They are all putting it on me. Did I have anything to do with this psychopathic be in a fishbowl and be tortured with piranhas all day? No, I didn't. I don't play this like a video game. The men do. All they care about is, do you open your legs, shut your mouth, and look pretty? And will you come to my house and give me your pussy? That's all they care about. I don't think I've met, other than my dad and the real Michael, anybody, really anybody. Okay, Davin, who is part of, anybody. But usually those ones who don't care about that are like the strictest judges. You have one thought. It's like, nah, pew pew. Then though, like he did get a toy gun. So it's like, you don't win. You don't. Love is ruined. Because not only can I take the spirits, but dare if you marry somebody that you weren't supposed to be with, like I wasn't supposed to be with Michael. And then your jealous little leprechaun suicide girl will come and ruin it right away as Barry, as Aaron. And then go on his side. And then you will never, ever in a billion years ever have a chance to ever be with anybody ever again. But if you're witches or angels, you can marry 80,000 times. If you're an anointed or a human angel, she broke a covenant, we're going to replace her. Like I heard out the window. Broke a covenant. We're going to replace her. I'm sorry. I should have stayed in that loveless marriage where he was doing technology to me, didn't want to get out of Portland, being an angry lion, yelling at me for everything, and hitting me. How dare I? While stealing everything spiritually, what was I thinking? I should have stayed in that loveless marriage, where all he wanted to do was have Jezebel since the moment we met. Ruin my thoughts to the point of no return. Let everybody hear it so I could just do this little voting game so at the end he could put Hercules and raise up Meg. I want a rapper! I want Jezebel! You're 46. Get over your rapping. How about wrap some gifts for your child? When's the last time you gave him a birthday present? It's all about you. The whole time I've been with you, you haven't called your son once. All the money you've ever had. I remember when we got the stimulus checks, I was like, send your child like $300. No, my mom's got it covered. We're never having a kid. And that's when I went to the doctor and got an IUD. Because, he bitched just like he did as David Hernandez. I don't want a condom. I don't want a kid. You're a horrible dad. You think I want a kid around this where you're just getting drunk and yelling? Can you imagine a poor child like that? Where it's like in the corner crying and I'm trying to get it it's diaper change. Sit down. I need to change it. I said I'm getting my weapons out. Rah, rah. Ugh, gross. Hell no. I'm gonna go take the child to the park. No, you're not. God didn't tell you, and it's war. So now you're having me and our child be stuck in your lion cage, having to watch YouTube and get drunk all day, and you're smoking around my kid. It's spirit tobacco. It's healthy. It helps the air. That is the most lamest excuse, and I can't even tell you, even if I gave you the scientific evidence, that's not true. That's so dumb to me. At least it's spirit, right? Like the spirits you steal. It helps the air. It helps the air. And I believed it too, because I used to think he was God. So I was like, he would never lie. I'm like, maybe. Maybe it's not camel or marble. Maybe it's real pure tobacco. Maybe it does help the air. Like the Indians. Maybe that's why they smoke pure tobacco. How idiotic and gullible was I? So then I had to go through just heartbreak. So let's go back to the main point. Why am I married Ryzen? I never get to be mom. And any time I do as an actual celebrity, that's the only time you actually get to be mom. When you're on a pedestal, being like, children, let me influence you with this. Pew pew, Selena, pew pew. They didn't she didn't die of overdose. They murdered her because she got with JFK. And she was going to expose the truth. You don't think I remember? It was a set-up death, and then they treated me like a freaking whore and took naked pictures. That's on Playboy. I didn't condone to that. But, my husband allows it. Treated me like a fucking piece of meat. Let anybody do whatever they want to me. And then usually anytime I get involved with Michael, that's who Chris was as Selena's husband. He doesn't even care, and he gets so jealous that he's like, yeah, do whatever you want. Did she do a sin? Okay, pew pew her. I don't care if she's leading them to peace and love and making them happy. I don't care. Just shoot her. Then you could gloat about it for 20 years. Then we'll switch her with JLo. Yeah, sounds good. Because eventually the witches are going to be really bad at me as Barry. So I'll just put Barry badges under the bus and say she's Jezebel Joel, that picture. Perfect timing when she loses everybody. I won't really be there for her, except as her grandpa, just pretend to die of cancer, pretend to like that plant, pretend to like cats, and give her $1,000. I know how to do it. I've been doing this rodeo a while. So to be this awake, and if I had another part of me, we would just freaking talk all day. And we would be just like, I agree. Do you agree this is sick? 100%. And if we were together, but I know who my other part is. Big Huda. I even broke the script. I don't know what you're talking about. And then I watched this freaking live TikTok like an idiot. Yeah, no, just take her. You know who I'm talking about? He don't even care. He don't care. All the pain I've been through. Lexus don't care. They don't care. They just literally simply don't care. And now I see Lexus with my dad on TikTok. What's your history? That girl. With my dad, play the guitar. I'm like, was that all you wanted from Lauren Grilly? You just wanted to steal my dad? And Buddha? You did a good job. She has a lot of jealousy. She does. Not the good jealousy. The jealousy where like, no, I want that. I don't want you to be happy. It's not a good jealousy. It's not a protective jealousy. It's just a straight up jealousy. I don't like it. I don't. And then I thought Marcos was good. And I look back and I'm like, no, he's not. All he did was smoke cigars, care about cars, care about pussy, and hang out with evil. He wasn't good. But I was all in love, thinking he was good. I really thought he was good. He set me up so bad. He waited until enough of us went through. Waited until I left my dad. And then comes with a little Marcos smile. Just sweeping and doing dishes. That's when he was Michael. He was Michael for about a month. He would always be sweeping and doing dishes in the morning, knowing exactly what he was going to do. If you see any of his videos are the ones that are blacked out. All he cares about is his car and rap career. He just had the evil parts of him do the job. He already set it up 17 years ago as Marcos Joseph Blanco giving me to Tupac. He already took my dad away on Thanksgiving. He already put the rocks at the door. So if you guys think by me meeting Michael like he didn't have alternative motives, then he used the excuse of Jacob of breaking the promise to situate them in a certain way. Then he already had John Michael on board. Don't ever think that he wanted to save me. That's bullshit. Give me a break. No, he didn't. No, he did not. No, he did not. I did nothing but support him. I redid the whole apartment. I got him a car. I was like, well, I'm not going to like risk you getting DUI or an accident, get your license. Too lazy to do that. So then he just said, that's my car for like a year. I was like, shut up. Do you want it? Let me take my name off of it. Drive it. Go ahead. And then I thought about like, I'm not going to risk other people's lives for you to drive a car. Get a license, or do you want me to sell it and give you the money? That's my car. Shut up. You'll get your car. Just like Kevin Laughlin. Fake ass rapper's only dream is to get the Camaro. Same shit. Same exact shit. With Thug Life on your belly, is that all you have? That you were Tupac? With 98% of your songs just angry and acting like you're a gangster? Yeah, I saw your background. You're not much gangster, actually. You had a very good upbringing. You weren't born in Gangsterland either. Kind of had everything handed to you. I watched your documentary. Not much gangster. At all. And you didn't die. You're on TikTok. I've met you. You have the same teeth. All you did was get a nose job. You're still alive. You just didn't like, I don't know. Maybe you made too big of an impact. You know how this stupid game goes. Then you have to die. Pretend you're death. Like Elvis. Now Elvis is a preacher. In a church. Or like Michael Jackson, who you'll see him on Larry King as a pretend burn victim. Same eyes. Yes, I'm awake. This game's retarded. So whenever you get too big, you have to pretend you're death or die. But the ones who are influencing bad, you could live till 90, J-Lo. Yeah, this game is made to just influence you so horribly. And anybody who's trying to break the matrix or actually do a good thing, pew pew. Or you had to pretend you're death. How dare you say Tommy Montalo is a devil, Michael Jackson? How dare you? Okay, now you cross the line. You can only just do little songs like, they don't care about us. You can't say who doesn't care about us or that they're the devil. Now it's time for you to go. You have too many people, like, hanging on every word. Yeah, you already know how this game goes. Pretend you're death. And then we have to listen to them. Nobody goes against it. If I was a celebrity, if I was a celebrity and had all that money and prestige, do you even know? I would sell my soul to get there. If I still had it, I would. 100% I would sell it. And then I would go to all those meetings with a little camera freaking pen so they couldn't blackmail me. Not do too many things horrific. Maybe eat poop on a freaking toothpick and maybe freaking be sodomized with like 18 guys and be crying in it. And then I'd wait until my peak of about 18 million people on Twitter. Then I would do like a free concert that I had control of, and then I would play it on the projector screen. You guys, just like Kanye West did one time, he did that. But he didn't have the right people controlling it, so they turned it off. And then they called him crazy. That's usually what they'll do. They're like, you're crazy. They'll take you to psych ward. They'll put you on medication, just like how Britney Spears tried to get out of it.